Hello and welcome to Bread of Life, a daily devotional program which each week features a different area pastor. Our speaker for this week is Pastor Sunday Okomoda of Hartford.
Hi, welcome to day number 7 of our Bread of Life program. And it's been a blessing to be on this series of program this week. And I know you have a great time like I did too. And I pray the blessing of this word will remain with each one of us in Jesus' name. We are looking at the last in the series. This is day number 7. We are looking at persistence lessons from the life of Paul the Apostle. He taught us that we should be courageous. We could see one of the lessons about this Paul the Apostle is that Paul's spirit was unconquerable. He had a spirit of courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the execution of the mission and the calling and responsibility given by God, even in the presence of fear. It's not as if fear does not come to everybody, but men of impact go ahead and still act despite of the fear. They don't let fear keep them back. Those are the persistent lessons we are seeing from the life of Paul the Apostle. Paul had been stoned at Lystra. For example, he was stoned at Lystra and left presumed dead, but he went right back into Lystra when God revived him. We see that in Acts chapter 14. To withstand Elymas the sorcerer face to face, we see that in Acts chapter 13, 8 to 12, that required a lot of courage for him to stand and say, thou son of perdition, thou servant of evil, be blind for a season. Those are the words Paul spoke to Elymas. At Philippi, Paul was beaten. And at Athens, he stood toe and toe with the intellectuals of his day, Acts 17. And in Corinth, he faced depression. He faced loneliness. He faced ministry burnout and realization of the weightiness and fallenness of that city. In Ephesus, he survived a huge riot. And when he came to Jerusalem and Caesarea later in his ministry, he faced Roman governors and the Jewish kings. Not one did he ever shrink back. All of this we find in the Acts of Apostles. What we learn from Paul the Apostle is not to be without fear, but rather to have confidence in the calling of God on our lives that overrides fear. He showed us that we should press on, we should persevere, we should stay committed to the end, even in the most difficult situation. Are you there? Are you passing any issue of life? It looks as if the bills are not paid, the rent is not being paid, the mortgages are not being paid, inflation in the land, and it looks as if you don't have what to eat, you can't take care of your needs. Look up unto God. Stay focused in that difficult situation. I see the God of supplies coming through for you. I see Jehovah Jireh supplying your needs. I see the God of heaven bringing you out of that tough situation. Maybe you are raising a ministry, you are the pastor in that church, it looks as if the church is not growing. Stay focused on the Lord. You must be persistent like Paul the Apostle. You must be courageous like Paul the Apostle. Paul's vision for ministry was very clear and very strategic. He had a high view of the sovereignty of God, but he also worked hard and he understood that we have a great responsibility to carry out the plan and purposes of God. God is sovereign, but God demands everything from us, that we should pursue after him. We should have that focus. We should not give up. We should stay on his pathway. Thank you, and God bless you. It's been a wonderful time on this series this week. and stay committed to the word of the Lord. Keep serving Him, keep praising Him, keep doing His will, and you and I will stay persistent and stay courageous to the end, and we will never lose all our reward. Once again, thank you to the Lord and thank you to the staff of WIHS. Until we see again, stay blessed. My name is Sunday Okomoda. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
You've been listening to Pastor Sunday Okomoda of Hartford, and this has been Bread of Life, a program to encourage you from God's Word.